बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आज हम और एक प्रैक्टिकल देखेंगे दैट इज़ रिलेटिव डेंसिटी और स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी। यानी किसी भी लिक्विड का अगर हमें जानना हो उसकी रिलेटिव डेंसिटी या स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी, सो वी वांट टू डिटरमाइन दैट, वी वांट टू कैलकुलेट दैट, हाउ कैन वी डू दैट। ठीक है, सो विल डिस्कस दिस मेथड टुडे। सो रिलेटिव डेंसिटी एंड स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी डिटरमाइन करने से पहले इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट कि लेट अस डिफाइन फर्स्ट द डेंसिटी एंड रिलेटिव डेंसिटी। सो डेंसिटी, these are two terms, density and relative density. So what do you mean by density? Density, very simple, we have seen this many times, we have read this, that it is basically आप रो से भी इसको डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं. You can keep it as a row or you can write a small t. So that is basically mass per unit volume. और आप sometimes ये भी देख सकते हो weight per unit volume. ठीक है, सो इफ अगर हम उसको यूनिट लिख लेंगे, सो देन वी राइट वेट ग्राम्स बाय ml, दैट्स वेट पर ml, ग्राम्स पर ml. ठीक, एक गिवन वॉल्यूम में एक पर्टिकुलर सब्सटेंस या पर्टिकुलर लिक्विड का कितना मास जो है आएगा, कितना ग्राम्स ऑफ मास आएगा एक पर्टिकुलर वॉल्यूम में. ठीक है, दैट्स कॉल्ड डेंसिटी. सो डेंसिटी, तो दीज आर द यूनिट्स ऑफ डेंसिटी, ग्राम पर ml. आप इसे ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो, ग्राम पर ml. फाइन. लेकिन जो हमारा प्रैक्टिकल है दैट आई एम फोकसिंग ऑन, दैट इज रिलेटिव डेंसिटी. सो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय दैट? एज द वर्ड सेज, इट इज रिलेटिव. तो बेसिकली लिक्विड्स का जो हम डेंसिटी निकालते हैं लैब्स में, दैट इज रिलेटिव डेंसिटी. इट इज विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू सम अदर स्टैंडर्ड. तो व्हाट वी डू इज दैट वी मेजर द डेंसिटी ऑफ लिक्विड्स विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू standard, that is water. And water, we know it has maximum density at 4 degree and that is equivalent to 1. इसका मतलब ये है that at 4 degree, if this is the temperature, 1 gram of water will occupy a volume equivalent to 1 ml. So if 1 gram of water occupies a volume of 1 ml at 4 degree, so that means its density is 1 gram. It's 1 g per ml. इसको हम स्टैंडर्ड मान लेते हैं. So water as a maximum density at 4 degree, that's 1 gram per ml. इसको हम स्टैंडर्ड मानते हैं, रेफरेंस मानते हैं. And then इसके with respect to we will measure the density of other liquids. Fine. So this relative density is also called as the specific gravity. क्यों? Because we are specifying this with respect to the relative density of the water, with respect to density of the water. So now जो हम determine करेंगे in the lab, that we can do this, use this method at any temperature. While as जो आपका density है, that is at under given conditions, under specific temperature and specific pressure. But relative density में ऐसा केस नहीं. You can determine this under any conditions. ठीक है. So now what we need to do in order to calculate the relative density or specific gravity of any liquid in the lab. So what we do, we need an equipment called as RD bottle. There are two methods. One is RD bottle. Second is pycnometer. Pycnometer. Now in this experiment, here in this video, I'll be talking about RD bottle. RD refers to relative density bottle. So what is that relative density bottle? अगर आपने लास्ट के प्रैक्टिकल्स देखी होंगे, लाइक द डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ विस्कोसिटी, डिटर्मिनेशन ऑफ सरफेस टेंशन, वहां पे भी मैंने दिखाया था. नाउ अगेन आई एम शोइंग इट हियर. दिस इज योर relative density bottle. You can see it. This is your flat bottom. This is your relative density bottle. So इसमें क्या होता है, जो neck है, you can see this neck. So there's a neck here and then we have this cork. You can remove the cork. ठीक है, इस पे लिखा होता है यहाँ पे its volume is 25 ml. ठीक है. So what we do basically, for example, we have a liquid whose Let us name the liquid that is liquid 2. A liquid called as 2, we have to determine the relative density of that liquid. Okay? So what we'll do, we'll measure this, we'll determine this with respect to what? Water. With respect to water as a standard. Let us say the water is named as 1. Okay? So what we do, we use a very simple formula, that is the density of your unknown liquid that we have to determine, divided by density of water. So that is density of unknown liquid with respect to water, that is equivalent to weight of liquid, that is weight of liquid divided by weight of your water, that is your standard. So now, so weight हमें determine करना. So with the help of density bottle, we are basically determining this weight. ठीक है? Because D1 we already know it is 1 for water. ठीक? So we'll have to determine weight of liquid and weight of water. So हम क्या करेंगे? We'll take this density bottle. ठीक है? So this density bottle, इसमें आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ तक we'll fill this, or we'll completely fill this with, let us say, your liquid. So first of all, the step number 1 is that we will weigh this. हम इसका weigh करेंगे on the balance, but you have to keep in mind that it should be dry. इसमें कोई solvent water नहीं होना चाहिए. So उसके लिए procedure ये है, you can wash this with chromic acid, ठीक? And then you can wash this with distilled water, and then finally with the stone, and you can also dry this with the help of dry air, ठीक है? So once it's completely dry, then you can weigh this on the balance. आपको weigh जो मिल गया empty bottle का, empty. So let us say the weigh empty bottle जो है, उसका जो weight है, that is, let us say weight 1. ठीक है? उसके बाद second step में ये जो आपकी density bottle है, that you will fill with the liquid जिसका आप density निकालना चाहते हो. So what we'll do, we'll fill this with the liquid. So fill कैसे करना है? ये जो आपका neck यहाँ पे दिख रहा है, so fill this completely with that particular liquid and then use this cork. आप इसको यहाँ पे close कर लीजिए. Obviously some liquid will come out, you can wipe all that, ठीक? And then weigh this again on the balance. So let us say now empty bottle plus liquid, that is your 2, उसका जो weight निकलेगा, that is a weight 2. So in those terms से what we'll get the weight of liquid, that is W2 minus W1. So we'll get W2 minus W1, that is the weight of liquid. Same procedure हम use करेंगे water के साथ भी. We'll fill this in this density bottle up to the top, and then we'll use the same procedure. So let us say the empty का weight तो W1 ही होगा. So we need to calculate empty plus liquid 1, that is water. Let us say it is W3. So W3 minus W1 will give us weight of water. So these two terms basically जो ratio है, weights का ratio, this we are determining with the help of this relative density bottle. ठीक है? So once you are done with this, so density 2 हम निकाल सकते हैं easily, that is your weight 2 minus weight 1, that is weight of unknown liquid, divided by weight of volume of water. दोनों का volume same रहेगा, weight of the water. Remember, volume we are keeping constant because we are filling the density bottle exactly in the same manner. So यहाँ से with the help of this relation, we can know the relative density of any liquid. So it's a relative density, that means it's a unitless quantity. So it is unitless quantity. It's also called as specific gravity. Now you must be wondering that ये formula कहाँ से निकली? It's very simple. Density is equal to weight by volume. It is D2 if we keep it W2 V2. Then second formula, density of one liquid, weight 1 by volume 1. So if you write this equation 1, 2, so write down 1 by 2. So write, it is equation 1 by 2. So divide 1 by 2. So divide these equations, you will get अब दोनों में वॉल्यूम सेम है तो वॉल्यूम 1 इज इक्वल टू वॉल्यूम 2, सो दैट विल गेट कैंसल्ड. सो यू विल एंड अप विद दिस फॉर्मूला, दैट इज d2 by d1 इज इक्वल टू वेट. अब मैंने यहाँ पे W2 इसलिए दिखाएगा, I'm just writing it direct straight forward. It's not this, so please don't get confused. It's the weight of the liquid, overall weight of the liquid. This is the weight of your water standard. So that is weight of liquid divided by the weight of your reference standard, that is water. So this is how we derive it, very simple. So this is the basic method where you can determine the density of any liquid in the lab. लेकिन thing is that we have to remember जो हम determine कर रहे हैं, that is relative density. Because we are determining density with respect to water. ठीक है? So I hope you enjoyed this practical. You can do in this lab, very easy. So hopefully in the next practical we'll come up with the pycnometer, determination of density with the help of pycnometer. Thank you.